Foundation of India, that is EFICON 2023, is commencing from tomorrow, that is 30th of September and 1st of October. The chief patron of this conference is our Honorable Health Minister, Government of Goa, and he has blessed this conference. The most important aspect of this conference is they design what is called as innovative strategies in public health. The whole idea is to how to improve public health would be the theme of this conference. And the conference, this is having a very, very vibrant scientific session. It is attended by some of the most senior doctors of this country, senior retired professors and the office bearers, including the secretaries to Government of India. And the organizing committee and the Epidemiology Foundation of India have curated an excellent scientific program in keeping in mind the prestigious nature of this conference. The scientific program would be graced by organizations of international repute, namely WHO, World Health Organization, UNICEF, Indian Council for Medical Research, that is ICMR, the National Health Resource Center, Global Health Advocacy Incubator, and International Union Against Tuberculosis, and also USAID RISE. So these are all associations which are going to associate with this conference, and they are participating actively. The plenary sessions will be addressed by eminent international and national experts. The deliberations in form of lectures, panel discussions, orations will cover recent advances in area of epidemiology and public health. Now, this conference has one important feature, that is R.K. Srivastav oration. Now, that oration is being delivered by Dean of the Institute, that is me. Okay, then this oration, the topic that we have chosen is given an opportunity how a government medical college can augment the healthcare policy of the state and how it can help the nation to come up in health delivery system. So this is the topic of that oration, which will be delivered by me tomorrow at 5 o'clock. In addition, around 550 scientific papers, 250 oral papers and 300 poster papers would be presented at the 4 parallel scientific session halls we have made, and at the conference venue, one young scientist and one senior scientist would be awarded the best paper award. So this also encourages the sense of research amongst the participants, and if you encourage them, calling them the best young scientist and the senior scientist, definitely the research will get more and more appreciation in the conference. There will be 1,000 plus registered delegates, 550 scientific papers, and international and national organizations with eminent global experts. The conference promises to be one of the highly rated and prestigious scientific conference at the national and international level. Now, speaking brief about the Epidemiological Foundation of India. The Epidemiology Foundation of India is a scientific consortium consisting of epidemiologists, medical teachers, biostatisticians, researchers, and scientists from other related disciplines. So this is a wide-based organization which incorporates, mostly it has an academic outlook, mostly it has a outlook to improve the healthcare in the country. So it has a very great importance, and the consortium was formed with this idea, how to make changes and how to make public health easy and public health more effective for poor people and the citizens of this country. the Epidemiological Foundation of India objectives and mandate is to improve health and well-being of population through research and practice of scientific principles of epidemiology. Epidemiology, as you know, is a big subject, and you can use epidemiology to predict, you can use epidemiology to treat, you can use epidemiology to prevent diseases. So this is one subject which is the core subject for preventive medicine, and that is why this conference is spearheaded by Professor of Preventive Medicine Dr. Jagdish Kakolkar with his team Dr. Vanita Pinto and our academic in charge Dr. Sandeep Sardesai, who is also a guiding force in making this conference a success. Also we have the 5,400 life members of this foundation. That means it tells you how big it is, spread all over the country and abroad, contributing to the development of epidemiology. So this is a big foundation formed recently, but because of its magnitude of work and academic contribution, it has become very famous foundation of this country. And tomorrow we are having this conference. We are fortunate to have it in Goa, and that too in Goa Medical College. Being an academic event, all the HODs are geared up their minds to be part of this conference. So now we, on your behalf, I would like that everybody should know what is happening. We will be having a live telecast of this.
Sir, the main plenary sessions which you have mentioned will happen in the auditorium.
Yes.
And that will accommodate 350 delegates, including the speakers and EFI organizing team. Once the hall gets filled with 350, since we have 1,200 delegates, the next 350 will be accommodated in the E-class room, which we have for conference purpose called LT1. Only when another 350 are accommodated in LT1, next 300 will be accommodated in LT2. So these two halls, or proceedings in the auditorium will be live telecasted. Entire conference will be recorded over 2 days, and we will share it with you. Soft copy of the book is available. Abstract book will give you a fair idea of what it is all about. Kapil sir has been very instrumental. Let me just introduce you the people who have brought this conference here, because it is my sincere and humble bow to them, because Umesh Kapil sir is one of the only Indian persons in the world among the 2% of the famous researchers. This gentleman who was previously in AIIMS Delhi, Professor Ashok Bharadwaj, who has been spearheading tuberculosis elimination, he frequently comes and trains us, and we bow to you, sir, that you brought here. Ajit Sahai sir is also a very famous person from EFI, has been a spine for a long time. But if you ask me, the absolute spine behind this whole thing, putting this planner together, what is in your pouches, is Dr. Pradeep Agarwal. Sir is from AIIMS Rishikesh, the professor. Thank you, sir. And Professor Vikesh Srivastava, I came to realize a very VP Srivastava, sir, sorry. He is a thorough gentleman, very helpful to us. What is remarkable is the first 3 conferences of EFICON 2023 were not necessarily in the order: AIIMS Rishikesh, AIIMS Jodhpur, and AIIMS Patna. So there was a tradition of EFI to hold it only in the AIIMS, and there are still 14 AIIMS. You know, there are 14 AIIMS in the country now. But it is because of the largesse of these 4 gentlemen that they have given us this opportunity in Goa. And when I spoke to our Dean sir was more than happy to give us full support. He involved Professor Sandeep Sardesai, and please come tomorrow and day after tomorrow to see for yourself how one of the most largest conferences will unfold tomorrow, because 7 places the conference will be held. LT1, LT2 live telecast from auditorium, plenary sessions, which is the first set of pages. Oral papers, which are totally 249. Some will be in the top of that LT1-2, in LT3, that Dr. Frederick was is managing. He's been a big support for us. He has also helped us to make the e-souvenir, the e-abstract book, which will be probably released and shared by Professor Umesh Kapil with you. First time I have seen in my 26 years in Goan Medical College, an abstract book only of 597 pages. I have never seen such a big abstract book, sir. It's like all the most renowned scientists of the country and some from Asia, WHO, UNICEF, and they are here coming to Goa tomorrow day after. You are welcome. Please give your numbers to Basu. We will take them, or Pradeep sir will take them. We will register you. You can go right away to the registration counter. You will get the QR code. So you will also receive your TC. No queue. And we in our college already registered, sir. We did not take the bags, but QR code is registered, and our work is over. So 130 people will be less tomorrow for registration. So I would like my organizing secretary, Dr. Vanita Pinto, to explain to you what exactly is the meaning of the word epidemiology and what are the types of studies, in short, in 2 minutes.
Under epidemiology, we try to find out basically what are the determinants and the causes of disease and use this information to eliminate diseases. Now, innovation is required today because of emerging public health threats, both infectious, chronic diseases, different ways that we can utilize to kind of control this. Innovative strategies is our theme under this conference. Okay, and most importantly, we have limited resources. So we have to see that we use these resources efficiently and cater to all these emerging threats. And this is what epidemiology helps us to do.
Now I will request our academic head to express his views as how such conferences help upgrading the academics of the institution. Dr. Sandeep Sardesai will speak his experience.
As far as epidemiology is concerned, it could be utilized in almost each and every specialty. How best to predict the disease, how best to see the progress, and including the treatment and the success of the treatment. So utilization of this right from the student level will be of great benefit to the undergraduate as well as the postgraduate students. Besides, there is a dedicated session on medical education showing the undergraduate as well as the postgraduate competency-based medical education. There are several papers by the postgraduate as well as the faculty in this conference, wherein I am made as one of the chairpersons in this session, and this would help the medical education improvements both at the undergraduate as well as the postgraduate level. Thank you.
So we look forward to the aims to guide us to improve ourselves and teach better than what we have been.
Now, sir, I would request Professor Umesh Kapil, who has been the main person in getting the concept to this institute. So, if you can express your views on EFICON 2023.
First of all, my most sincere thanks to Dean sir.
Please come.
Okay, I have to come there. First of all, my most sincere thanks and heartfelt gratitude to Dean sir for providing all the support, all the possible help to Epidemiology Foundation of India for organizing this conference. I am most grateful to Dr. Sardesai sir, who have helped us in all academic activities. Just to give a brief about it, in Goa, we have as much as 60% of our young children in the age group of 12 to 17 months, they're suffering from anemia. And anemia leads to compromised mental and physical development. This is something which is really worrying. Same stories for 18 to 23 months and same stories for 24 to 35 months. This is not my data. It is the Government of India data which has been collected by National Family Health Survey. Another important thing is, I must admit that as high as 12% of women they're suffering from diabetes. We are having 18% of the men suffering from diabetes. And I can tell you, with my experience of about 40-50 years in public health, almost 50% of the diabetic, they're not aware about they are suffering from diabetes. By chance, they are being detected as diabetes. Now similarly, as 13% of the women are suffering from hypertension. Now it's a big number. It's a really big number. And if you look at the men, there are about 18% suffering from the hypertension. What we are trying to do is, through this conference, trying to develop and people think about it, whether it is doctors, faculty, senior PGs, junior PGs, undergraduates, these are the problems which are being faced by the population in Goa. Now this is just a humble effort. So we are going to have about 1,200 delegates who have already paid their registration fees and joining over here. But what is more important is that we are trying to convey and trying to create awareness amongst the medical fraternity and to the higher-ups that we need to take preventive measures. One most important thing, I will finish with that, is non-communicable disease. खांसी होती है, टाइफाइड होता है, हमको और बीमारियां होती हैं, हम उनको ट्रीटमेंट करके ठीक हो जाते हैं. But once we have diabetes, once we have hypertension, it is a lifelong disease. There is no cure to it. There is a treatment, but there is no cure to it. This is something very, very important. We have to improve and change our lifestyle if we want to have a healthy population. Last but not the least, during the recent COVID epidemic, it was really nice to see the Government of India officers saying, Health Secretary, this is the scientific evidence that this is how COVID can be managed. Similarly, look at the state secretaries requesting, we need so much of vaccination, so much of oxygen apparatus, we need so much of masks because of this is the evidence, this is the load of COVID disease we have. All these things come from the epidemiological studies. And I must say that with all humbleness, the Epidemiology Foundation of India, through the GMC, we are able to spread and create awareness amongst the medical fraternity plus other supporting staff that this is something very, very important. With this, last thing, tomorrow evening we are going to have a networking get-together at Goa International Center. All of you are most humbly invited over there. We will have some eminent people like N.K. Ganguly, who is a former DG ICMR, V.M. Katoch, who is a former DG ICMR. We have Executive Director from National Health Service Resource Center, which is the strongest body of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and many. We have almost 10 directors of All India Institute of Medical Sciences who will be participating in it. So please do come and do attend all the scientific sessions, because in this small briefing we will not be able to give you all the details. But what is important is, my humble request is, you are the watchdog for the Goa population. लोग newspaper पढ़ते हैं, और जो newspaper पढ़ते हैं, that imprint goes into their mind. And literacy of Goa is very, very high. So my humble submission is, sir, please, sir is inviting all of you to Goa International Center. Please do let us know if you need any help. And tomorrow morning, we expect you to join us for the scientific sessions. Thank you very much, sir.
We'll provide you transport from GMC to International Center if you wish to come here. Now I would request Professor Bharadwaj to
सकाळी 9 ते सांजचे 7 जातले फाल्यां इनॉग्रल 9 इनॉग्रल 5 ते 5
inaugural सकाळचे कॉन्फरन्स. Inaugural is from 5 o'clock.
5 ते 6 ओरेशन्स आसा. One is by Sir, and the other Abhay Indrayan oration has been awarded by the EFI National Committee to Professor Sanjay Zodpe, who heads the Public Health Foundation of India. Very renowned researcher with very vast number of research publications. Is coming from Nagpur basically. Now he is in PHFI. So Sanjay Zodpe sir, you will be able to listen and Sir's solution, and there will be a quick inaugural in about half an hour time. And then you can proceed for the ICG. I don't know.
Any questions you have, please direct it to sir.
Sir, for inauguration, is there any eminent person or who will be inaugurating?
Our chief guest is Honorable Health Minister as of now. As I am speaking to you, he has
That
accepted.
is at 6 to 7.
No, it is from 5 to 6.
No, 5 to 6 finishes.
Okay.
6 to 6.
Yes, at 6 o'clock we
Yeah,
start.
sorry, 6 to 7.
And there will be separate identified chairs for the members of the honorable press. So that will be right in front. So when you come to the auditorium, please feel free to occupy that room.
Professor Bhargava, you want to say something?
Professor Bharadwaj.
Chief organizer
Sir, yeah.
Your few words of wisdom.
Sir has been spearheading Modiji's campaign that
Sir,
tuberculosis has to be eliminated.
I am a part and parcel of the foundation of this association with Dr. Kapil, Dr. Vikesh Srivastava, who is no more. So Dr. Vikesh Srivastava, Dr. Adish and Dr. Pradeep Agarwal. So my contribution towards this